Hey everybody, welcome back to the Lucina Lounge, episode 4. This time I am joined by great community artist, Nige Mizaho.
Hi, how are you?
Thanks. That's usually I'm great. That's usually my first question, so I'm a little caught off guard.
Oh, all right. Sorry, I'm quick on the draw.
Ha ha ha. Yeah. So how are you?
Not too bad. I have a busy day, but I can't complain. I'm nice and comfy.
Oh, that's good. That's good. It's always good to just lay down and do whatever after a good hard day's work.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here. So I guess starting right away. First question is I guess question number 2 rather is how'd you get into art? Is it your day job or your hobby?
Well, for starters, it is my hobby. Uh, as I have a desk job for my day job.
Okay.
As for getting into it, I've been doodling since I was 4 years old, and my parents, fostered that talent to where it is today. And for reference, I am pushing 29
Oh,
on April 20th.
well, dang. Well, you're actually. Whoa,
So,
wait, hold on. Are you meaning to tell me you share the same birthday as Lucina Fire Emblem?
in fact, I do share a birthday with Lucina.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's like, all right, I get to brag about this part.
No, that's great. Now I'm kind of feeling a little bad though. It's every birthday. It's been happy birthday, Lucina, but never happy birthday, Nige.
no, no, it's fine because I'm also one of the voices wishing Lucina a happy birthday on my own birthday.
Yeah, but this is like,
I'm just like, hey, this is a good birthday. My timeline is just Lucina. Let's go.
yes, I suppose that is a wonderful trade-off indeed. Um, let's see. Yeah, and then that also makes you like a week before mine. But
Oh,
yeah,
nice. Hey,
I'm on the 27th. Which is always a treat because
yeah, that's in the
again,
range.
Lucina art just the week before. I'm like, okay, just
Yeah,
the vibes are still there.
yeah, that's within the birthday week. It's good. Still capturing the vibes.
Yeah, and then how did you get into Fire Emblem?
Well, seeing as the fact that I'm so old, uh, I was introduced by Fire Emblem by I think a lot of people through Super Smash Bros. Melee. I don't know why my mouth decided to betray me there.
Hmm.
Melee. So in my childhood, I was a Roy main. Um, so yeah, Smash Bros. Introduced me to Fire Emblem, and then I think it wasn't until Radiant Dawn that I had a chance to actually try playing one of the games. But I didn't get the memo that resetting is an option.
Mm.
So like a little old me as a kid, I think I'm like 12 years old. I'm trying to Iron Man Radiant Dawn, and I'm just screwing up horribly. So dropped it. It was a rental. Back in the old days when you actually rented games.
Yeah, no.
And yeah, I got scared away from it for a while because the game kicked my ass, kicked my butt. Pardon my French. uh, so I didn't come back into playing actual Fire Emblems until my first proper try with Awakening.
Yeah, that's good. That takes me back to good old days of Blockbuster because I'm only like I'm about to be 25 in April, so not too far behind. I was still
Oh,
around for
nice.
the latter days of Blockbuster, and that's how I got to play my favorite game of all time, being Sonic Heroes, is through
Oh,
Blockbuster.
nice.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I Yeah, I think it was Blockbuster that I rented Radiant Dawn from, but I didn't know what I was doing, and I just horribly did it wrong. And people tell me that Radiant Dawn is a rough first game, especially when you're trying to actually unironically Iron Man it, because that's what the game said on the cover. Like on the back of the cover, it's like,
Yeah, no,
like resetting is a thing. I'm like, I didn't know this.
oh no. Yeah, that must have been a little frustrating to lose some of your units that way.
Yeah.
Which that kind of reminds me about kind of coming up here with Fire Emblem Engage is that people have been like oh no, the turn wheel is back, or like, oh no, my difficulty. And me, like, I'm honestly part of the crowd of like, if I can just like undo some dumb mistake I did rather than having to reset like an hour or two's worth of progress, then I'm all for it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because like, I mean, it's there. It's very helpful for like making sure you lose too much time. Because like,
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people remember like playing like Fate, like Conquest Chapter 9. The number of resets that probably gave people. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, like I cannot, like I'm sure I mentioned before on this show that I've rage quitted my first Fire Emblem Sacred Stones just because I couldn't recruit Amelia right.
Oh no. But yeah, it's like, I mean, Fire Emblem is as difficult as you want to make it. And yeah, sometimes you do a stupid mistake and maybe you don't want to lose your time spent getting there, like as far as you were in the map, right? Because
Yeah.
I remember I was playing the first time I played Three Houses. I was like, I'm Black Eagles, by the way.
Yeah.
I decided to duel. Felix with Byleth, not underestimating how much of a badass an enemy Felix was going to turn out to be. And he kicked my ass. I was like, I'm going to turn wheel that and not do that. Like, never mind. That was a mistake because he critted the hell out of me. And I was like, oh, I was trying to be dramatic, but I guess I'm not going to be dramatic. I'm going to be cheesy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. The only thing I know as far as Radiant Dawn goes, because I haven't gotten around to playing that yet. Heck, I still need to beat Path of Radiance. Is that I just know that I've been told that the armor knight fights are super slow.
Yeah, coming back to it, like watching gameplay of Radiant Dawn, I'm just like, oh man, this is a slog.
Yeah, like,
who animations take this long?
back before the good old days of the 3DS, where you can just
That's
hold the
loading.
left button and just watch the sprites punch each other.
I know.
But no, that's pretty great, Radiant Dawn. That must have been strange, like playing a sequel, or did you find it was pretty alright to follow along?
Oh, I was so confused because this is like I was playing Radiant Dawn after playing like fresh off of Brawl. And I was like, hey, Ike has a game on this console I own. Let me go get it. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Where's Ike?
Why is he ripped?
I didn't even get to Ike. I didn't
Oh.
even get that far. 12-year-old me. I'm just like, I got Laura killed, and then I think her name was Laura, and then I was like, just stuck because I didn't have a healer.
Oh no.
On the next chapter. And I was like, oh yeah, 12-year-old me tried to Iron Man his first experience, and that was not a good time.
Well, going along to the next one, how did you come to like Lucina?
All right. I think this was. I think because I didn't own a 3DS at the time that Awakening was coming out, but I think by the time Smash 4 was coming out, I got my hands on a 3DS. And then I was like kind of looking into the background of like some of the new roster entries, and I was like, this chick that looks like Marth. And then, I started reading up on Lucina, and it's just like, yo, for real? She got my birthday? And then it just became like a snowball effect of just diving deep into like, oh shit, I like her. Can I go play her game now? So I got my hands on Awakening, and then the rest is history.
Oh, nice. That's great. Um, it's pretty interesting, like how many people now. I guess this might be the second time that we've had somebody on here that's known the character through Super Smash Brothers and not right off of Awakening.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Because like I think some other people's experience is that they played Awakening first, but if you were me, who was broke at the time of Awakening's release, I think I can be allowed to be forgiven for finding the funds to acquire 3DS and then working my way backwards to Awakening, which I hope everyone can forgive me for.
Yeah, like that's pretty interesting to think about. Like now that I have my brain working on it, like I don't remember how early I got to play Awakening because at that time I don't think I was like super on the internet. Like heck, I didn't even have a smartphone or anything. So I was just like,
Yeah.
I guess I just got the game when I did and just played it and loved it.
Yeah, because I remember the memes at the time when Awakening came out. There wasn't so much about Lucina. It just memes of that like Crom was like a himbo lord.
Mm-hmm. No.
And I was like, okay. And then once I started like looking up characters from Awakening, I was like, I got interested, and it's like, okay, I want to play this, and maybe this time I'll play it right.
Hmm. And then now, what is your favorite Lucina design?
Uh, Call me vanilla, but I really just like the Lord outfit. Her standard outfit. It's pretty iconic, and I think it's like honestly one of the easier ones of hers to draw.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, it's always nice to appreciate the OG design. Yusuke Kozaki really does knock it out of the park.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Something about Lucina's base design is and something that's interesting to me is that supposedly in the lore of Awakening, that's supposed to be how Marth dressed as seen in the Champions of Your One DLC card,
Yeah,
and then you just kind of like
yeah.
see it and think about it, it's like I don't think Marth ever dressed up like this.
I don't think he dressed like that. I don't think. Yeah, I honestly don't think he dressed like that. I think it was just like the are just validating Lucina's fangirlisms. They're just like, he didn't dress like that, but maybe we can just throw him in that outfit just to like make her feel better.
Yeah, and then of course just bringing me back around to um, Lucina's warped perception of Marth before she meets Tiki, thinking he's like this badass conqueror just because he accidentally united the nation.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's honestly pretty funny about that, but it's also like quite an interesting take on it because I think like that's the same perception that the Valmise had regards to Alm, right? Because like I think like if I remember correctly, like Walhart was also under the impression that Alm was this great conqueror.
Yeah,
But it's
that's
like
true.
it's crazy what like was it 2,000, 3,000 years?
It's 2,000
An
years.
obscene amount of years. It's an
Yeah,
obscene amount of years between their time. And it's like, wow, okay.
yeah, absolutely. And then just my favorite moment in regards to her outfit is that in one of the DLCs, if you actually have Lucina, I think it might be Rogues and Redeemers, one of those. That if you have her fight Marth, Marth will be like my lady, why is it that we're dressed alike? She's just like, shut up.
I need to look that up.
Yeah, it's like, shut up. It's like, I can't explain myself. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I got a hold of the DLC before the shop died. I should probably check it out.
Oh my gosh, yeah, absolutely. Especially if you want more Lucina goodness, definitely get Hot Spring Scramble and get the Future Pass DLCs, of course. Just whole other mini campaign.
Oh yeah, I have all of them. I just never got around to them.
Oh my gosh, yeah, like as pertaining to this next question from you, Stink, did you S support Lucina in Awakening?
Funny enough, no, or I should say, I never got around to it because my first and only completed playthrough, I had first gone through as a female avatar, and in that case, I became her mom. And then I was like, I was gonna do another playthrough to S support her, but I just never got that far.
Dang, no. Well, I'll just say that if you're married to Lucina and you talk to her in the Hot Spring Scramble DLC, then that dialogue exchange isn't just your Rob Cena shipper's ammo. It's their nuke.
Oh god!
Yes, it's
Oh,
good.
I had to blow the dust off of my 3DS. It seems.
Absolutely, it is worth it. And the next question, also from you, Stink, is what is your favorite Lucina work that you have made?
Can I cheat by saying the collection of Lucinas I made in 2022?
Yeah, no, that's great. That's a great one. Yeah, that's wonderful. I always love
Yeah.
this sort of collaboration. And is this actually an idea that you put together every year?
I think no, because the first time around, like in 2020, I was like, all right, I'm gonna challenge myself to draw Lucina every month.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, though, it was like the format wasn't really solidified at the time because 2020's January and February, they were like just headshots
Mm-hmm.
because I was honestly like really busy at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So like 2022 was my chance to correct that by actually getting like, full-fledged artwork done and, also, just make homage to, my favorite Fire Emblem game ever in
Mm-hmm.
existence.
Yeah, nice. um, it's yeah, because I just had to ask because I was just like I could have sworn I seen you draw this way before, and I'm like yes, I should know because I think you were part of our initial collab with the other court painters here in the server.
I can't say I was. Tell me which one that is.
Oh my gosh, it's like I'm gonna have to make some keyboard clicky clacky noises as I try and find because I swear or you know what, it actually might be our current server banner if I minimize this.
You're talking about the band, the Lucina band.
Oh no, I'm talking about the our banner, the image that's currently the Discord server banner.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I was discovered. Is the correct term? I guess around the time that one was rotating.
I think the correct term is recruited. We didn't.
Recruited. Yeah. I wasn't recruited yet.
Yeah, we didn't find you on the map quite yet. So,
I know. It's like, how could you not? I was the hot guy among all the bandits.
oh yeah, that's true. Oh my gosh. With Yeah, I guess I got my wires crossed because I was like I could have thought you were part of that collab that we did for
First one I was honored to participate in was the band, and I love that one as well.
Yes, I still have that one on my computer saved. It's great. Yeah, thank you for your help with that. That one it turned out
Oh
really
yeah,
well.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for thinking of me. And now looking back at it, I'm a madman because I'm like, who dares draw a drum set? That's crazy.
Yeah, I remember you submitting the plans for that, and I was just like, oh my goodness, I kind of feel bad like you're spending all this time.
But I was like, I'm gonna do this. This is a work of love. This is a work of passion. I'm gonna put my all into this thing. I was like, all right, that was not bad. I'm not drawing a drum set ever again.
Yes, yes. Well, speaking of that big 2022 piece, you recently had all of the Lucinas featured in that work participate in a battle royale. And so,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I wonder. I was like, and as I understand it, you just did that just to see which it piqued your curiosity as to what the public favorite was.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So yeah, the origin of that, quite frankly, was boredom, but
Mm.
also some inspiration from voting gauntlets. And I figured it's probably like the least uh harmful way to egos if I put myself against myself.
That's
Because
true.
like, yeah, because that way, no one feels bad if someone gets voted over. Because it's just like it was me versus me. No one's gonna be hurt.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, I thought, why not? Why not? There was a voting gauntlet that ended recently that I forgot to participate in. So I'm gonna have my kicks with this.
Yeah, I gotta get that serotonin somehow.
Oh yeah.
And now let's see here. The first matchup of that bracket was New Year's versus Future Envoy being the Santa design. And the ultimate result of that was that the New Year's design won. What do you think about that?
I'm honestly shocked New Year's won because that was my first piece of the year.
Mm.
At least as far as like the Lucinas are concerned, that was like the first Lucina of the year, and that one I remember I was running low on time on, so
Mm.
I really tried to find a way to cheat and draw as little as I can. So I'm like astounded that like a relatively simple design beat out one that's honestly pretty involved.
Yeah, that is true. I do remember you again submitting works in progress into the painter chat, just saying like, yeah, it's like it's like there's a lot of detail going into this envoy design, and I'm like, absolutely. And Christmas is personally my favorite holiday of the year, and so I was just so psyched for that one. And
Yeah,
and when I see that
yeah,
this one
that's crazy.
lost, I was just like, no, my Christmas spirit.
It's like, you what? It's like, okay, I get it. You're tired of Christmas. We'll stop playing the All I Want for Christmas.
Oh my gosh! I guess that could have uh, been part of it, but the Lucina in a yukata is also just as good.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah. That one. I have no qualms in looking back at it, but I do see some room for improvement if I had more time.
I do gotta ask though, was there any inspiration that kind of went into that New Year's design?
The New Year's design, I was honestly, I looked at like the typical like New Year's units, like in their yukata,
Hmm.
and then I was like, I gotta incorporate elements of her design because, like, for example, I looked at Azura, like how hers like kind of incorporated her design. So I quickly mashed together some stuff, including like the pauldrons. Try to put Lucina's stamp on it.
Oh yeah,
But
the brand.
if you see like any like real like yukatas, it's like they're gorgeous. Like so much going on in a pattern that
Hmm.
like if I was any decent of like a fashion designer, I would probably do another pass to try to like get a more intricate pattern going on.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. And the reason I asked that is that I thought that you might have also taken some inspiration from the fact when Lucina was canonically in a yukata, being the I believe it is also the Hot Spring Scramble DLC because
Yes, that one as well. Yeah,
yeah, because
yeah. I believe that was also on one of my tabs.
nice, that's great because as I might have mentioned before, that DLC was actually meant to announce the results to a Japanese popularity poll for
Yes, I remember that one. Yeah, that Owain, Severa, and Inigo were also in the top four second genders with her.
yeah, the top two males and females for Gen 2, and I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
it's good to see that Lucina is still winning in 2022.
Oh yeah. 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 That was actually inspiration for one of the pieces I think we'll talk about later.
Ooh. And then on to the next round. Let's see here. Love Abounds versus Ninja Marth. This one was actually pretty crazy because for this battle, Ninja only won by 1.4%.
Yeah. It's like I guess your death need not come all at once.
Yeah, you could say Ninja really ninja'd this round. Ha ha
Oh
ha.
yeah. Yeah. For sure. But the kind of ninja with blue hair I prefer.
Yes, absolutely. These two designs are actually pretty great because one of the designs is that Day of Devotion alt for Faye, which was originally inspired by her
By the CD cover.
the CD cover for Awakening. So that's great. And then tell us more about this ninja design and how you came about it.
Right. So I wanted to make a ninja alt for Lucina, right? In light of all like the alts that Lynn and Camilla got. It's like, yo, where's my girl at? Where's she? Like, can we can we give her some love? So I was
Mhm.
like, I'm gonna do my own take. I'm gonna do my own take on it. But I was like, I gotta stay true to the character because I felt like the Fates ninja outfit is honestly very revealing.
That's true.
And if you look at Lucina, she's actually like typically like conservatively dressed.
Hmm.
So I was like, okay, I have some ideas of how we can like cover her up but maintain that like general outfit. And then at the same time, I was like, I'm kind of running low on time on this one again. How can I cheat? It's like, oh, I'll make her Marth so that I don't have to draw as much hair. And then it was like, you know what? That's appropriate. She's a ninja. A mask makes sense.
Yeah, I was gonna say Masked Ninjas. Uh, yeah, I was gonna make some joke somewhere in there that like, haha, maybe take some inspiration from Dead or Alive next time for ninjas. But now that you mentioned that Lucina's more conservatively dressed, like yeah, you do really see that even in her swimsuits. Like the design for Fire Emblem Cipher is like this nice big top piece that just covers most of her torso, and then just the shorts that kind of put it all together. And then in Faye
Yeah.
again, even with that summer alt with Mia, she's in that one piece bathing suit, and it's just like yeah, it's pretty tasteful.
Yeah, and then even the One Piece has like veils and like there's still some additional coverage. So it's like okay, I get the vibe that yeah, she doesn't want to reveal too much.
Yeah, it's not like she's a a Three Houses character. Ha 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 ha. In which case, their characters are all about the sex appeal, but
Yeah.
yeah. And so, is it any surprise that Ninja beat out Love Abounds?
This one is not so much a surprise. I mean, both very strong outfits, but I think like looking back at it, it's like honestly, I really like the composition of what I'm proud of myself with the time I was allotted to do Ninja,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, you know what, that pose is balling, that pose is baller, and
Yeah.
the outfit is also just really cool for something I
Yeah, I was just
typically
gonna
do
say
together. And
she's just cool.
I was like, you know what, I like this. You know, it deserves to go as far as it did.
Absolutely. And then next round is Legendary Lucina versus Future Witch. And in which case, the Future Witch design that you made absolutely stomped the Legendary Lucina design.
Yeah,
And I gotta say, like, I guess when you're putting up Lucina in a more armored design versus thighs, yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen.
yeah, yeah. The Church of Ideology came in and just like performed an inquisition on poor old Legendary.
Yeah, we're just absolutely murdered. Uh, would you mind telling us more about the ideas behind this the future witch design?
Okay, so the Future Witch design, I initially had done a previous pass in 2020 for a witch design of Lucina.
Mm-hmm.
That one I admittedly threw together pretty quickly, and it had a very like punk rock inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
But like revisiting it in 2022, this is like in light of like Witch Corin recently being added to Fae.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I want to do another pass. I want to do another pass that's a bit more in line with other witch designs. Because I was like, this one is admittedly the one from 2020 is admittedly quite the departure. So I kind of wanted to do a more Fire Emblem take on a witch design for Lucina, and I noticed that the class in general, whenever there's like witch designs, it's pretty alluring. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna give myself a pass on the conservative dressing rule. Therefore, thighs.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Um, I know that in Fire Emblem Fates, there is also a witch class. Uh, that is
Yeah, I
in there.
believe that's DLC.
Yeah,
I
that
never got around
is.
to it.
Yeah, I was wondering if that also served any inspiration, which I guess technically I did. I mean, it did when it comes to the witch core and all.
Yeah, I guess you could like Witch Corin, and then because the first time I did like a original design of the witch class, it was for my OC from Fire Emblem Unity,
Hmm.
and then I was like, "Well, that was pretty good. I'm gonna try again."
Yeah.
So it's like, in a way, technically, Witchcorn is a grandmother design to the Witch Lucina design, since my first pass was technically an OC before getting around to Lucina.
Yeah, it's just like it really the witch class to me really pops to mind because especially with how you compose Lucina in that piece is that that's very much actually how the witches in Fates do just sit on their brooms. They don't actually stand or anything.
Yeah, yeah, I had some fun with that because it's like this one I have time and care to put into. I wasn't rushing, and I just liked the idea of like this lantern on the broom head,
Yeah.
almost like being Rudolph to her broom. It's like, oh, she can see where she's going before she rams you in the face with her broom.
Let's see here. Next Next round, let me see here, is Lord versus Maid Lucina. And Maid Lucina got stomped.
Oh, poor old maid.
Yes, this is particularly heartbreaking to many of us at the Lucina Fan Club because we if there's anything we like other than blue-haired princesses from the future, it's maids. So
Oh, oh, well, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry about that. But yeah.
but I guess the
I
Lord design,
personally,
yeah.
I have some personal bias that Lord One. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that's good. The iconic design beat out the generic Fates maid outfit. But yeah, funny story on the maid outfit. Since as far as since we were talking about it earlier, since how Owain, Severa, and Inigo got to port over to Fates since they were the most popular Gen 2 kids. I was like, wait, how come Lucina didn't get to be? And I was like, oh, because she's an amiibo, is that why? So I was like, you know what? Let me propose this what if. What if she also joined them under the guise of like a maid named Lucille or something? It's like I would play that version of Fate to be like, and I just mean Lucille.
That sounds like a very
Make her
Norian name
strong
indeed.
student.
Yeah, what's I'm also gonna take a second to stand up to this Fate's maid outfit slander. Excuse you. Like I don't think
Like a slander?
I don't think the maid outfits in Fates are as boringly generic as the ones featured in Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Yes. Three Houses is pretty offensive on that because you know what, the as far as maid outfits are concerned, Fates is pretty inspired.
Yeah,
But yeah, if you do think about it, it is like a generic class outfit.
yeah, absolutely. And like
I don't know to justify my language. I am sorry. I'm sorry, good sir. I meant to say as in like a generic unit outfit. It's all uniform.
oh yeah, that's
Whereas like
true. Yeah,
some characters kind of get like their own personal twist on the class outfit. So
yeah,
it's like, yeah, I think like this one, admittedly, didn't get her to really shine as herself through it.
yeah, that's true. Except you did add the bit where she has a ponytail in that artwork, so that's
Yep.
always a
Yep. I
plus.
was like, you know what, ponytail makes sense. And then I was like, I'm gonna, because screw it, I'm gonna go design a dagger along the lines of her Thogan bow.
Yeah, that was also pretty cool. I like that.
I was like, you know what, I can do it. Why not?
Yeah, and then with I had my train of thought here. Like as far like and to kind of also specify my language on the Three Houses maid outfits, like like I'm not asking for like bad sexy Halloween costume in terms of maid outfit designs. I'm just asking for it to be like a little cuter.
Yeah, or like something.
Yes, like
It's like okay, you made a historically accurate maid outfit, I guess.
you're gonna have
But like,
Rhea out here with her huge balloons in Faye.
yeah,
But
because
you're
it's like,
yeah.
what is it? Freaking the Fates maid design. I will give respect to it that it's got like armored heels. It's got like like these feathers on the sides, give it like this impression of like wings. It's like, yeah, I was like, as the outfit itself is concerned, it's pretty baller
Yeah.
compared to other, like maid outfits.
Now, considering that I think we've meandered on this particular part of the bracket long enough, the next round is Swordmaster versus Pegasus Knight. And Swordmaster once again stomps thanks to the Church of Ideology, as you said.
Yeah. Yep. Just another Inquisition. This one was unfortunate because I just feel bad for Pegasus Knight because I put some thought into it. It's not like just a Pegasus Knight outfit. It's actually Sumia's, just recolored to Lucina's colors. And it's just like, nope, all that work? No, I don't know. We don't care. Get Astrid, loser.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's it with the Swordmaster design? Like, that is a pretty good design. As to how Valentia slash Valm became Asia over the next 2,000 years is a little beyond me, but okay.
At least like a portion of it. I think like one of the endings for Kamui is that he like founded a nation that ultimately became Chonsing, I believe, if I am not mistaken. It's been a while since I've read some of the Echoes endings.
Oh, I didn't particularly pay attention to Kamui's ending because he's as great as the guy is. He's not, my favorite character by any means.
Oh, unfortunately, he's like Mr. Side Character that ever side charactered.
Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate. And then with its opponent, the Pegasus Knight outfit, am I to believe that you are part of the Lacrom X Sumiya propaganda?
Yes.
Hell yeah!
Let's go with that. I mean, like, only one of the women showcases in the intro and in a particular cutscene that heavily suggests that the devs are like, hey, you should marry Crumb to this woman, and like it's kind of thematic with their whole bloodline, right? Like, Lord and his Pegasus Knight wife, just nudge, wink, wink.
Oh my god, I never even thought about it like that.
Yeah,
Martha would be proud.
Yeah, I find that pairing a little poetic because then, as a result, their daughters also, carry on the legacy in terms of classes that is, apparently permeated through their bloodline.
Yeah. Yeah, like, oh, don't quote me on this, but I actually think that part of the reason why Sumiya is heavily featured in the opening movie and the story is because I believe Sumiya was supposed to be like the woman that Crom marries for story reasons. But then at the last minute, they changed it because they didn't want to impede on player freedom in terms of matching people up.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that as a very solid theory or speculation. Yeah, I guess like further speak on it. It's just like I am also just very fond of Crom being Cynthia's father in respects to her recruitment, because we also
That's true.
catch wind of the cutest nickname for Lucina from her little sister. She's like, to Cynthia, she's Lucy. And I was like, that's a nice little touch. It's
Yes.
probably the best way to recruit Cynthia is to have Crom as her dad.
Yeah, and the particular thing I want to highlight with that particular point between Cynthia and Lucina is that Cynthia calls Lucina Lucy with a Y, not Lucy with an I, with a Y. I don't know where people got the I from. I think maybe just to make it a little more unique in that regard. But just to the few people on the wrong side of history who always type Lucy with an I, no, it is canonically Lucy with a Y. I will die on this hill.
That's quite the bold hill you're deciding to die on.
Yeah, it's probably one of the lamest as well, but I will die on it nonetheless. And now, for the next round, get ready for the next battle, which is between Bride versus the original Fire Emblem Unity design, in which Unity won very modestly.
Hell yeah.
You know, which is this is actually like one of the few brackets I didn't mind what happened because um albeit like while Bride Lucina is a very iconic design at this point, I was very much enamored with this Unity design because I like how different it is in regards to the original design, but it's not so like cluttered with armor. I feel as the Great Lord design.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Wait,
yeah. Because sorry, you first.
oh, sorry. Like with because with her Great Lord design, I feel like sometimes it's just like, all right, Lucina, do you want to wear armor? Do you want to wear armor? Like, do you not want to wear armor? It's like, pick a side.
Yeah, yeah. She's like borderlining knight, like the amount of armor she throws on sometimes.
Yeah, but then with this Unity design, I like the little pieces here and there. Just kind of like you have some parts to keep safe, but not too much to weigh you down.
Yeah.
I am curious as to the origin of this Unity design and what particularly is Fire Emblem Unity in general.
All right. Okay. So, Fire Emblem Unity. It's like a nice little community I founded, with the desire to attract, Fire Emblem players and artists of all walks of life. Therefore, the title Unity. We wanted to like bridge the gap between old and new players, and we figured one way to do that is to set up a premise that kind of marries the old and new by kind of combining Echoes and Awakening into a pseudo sequel to both. uh, to give like a quick synopsis on it, Unity's main lord is the long lost or long hidden. I wouldn't say she's lost. She was just long hidden granddaughter of Walhart, uh, Valerie, or Valeria Antiza Rudol, and um, her goal is to reunite her kingdom that has unfortunately fallen into a civil war in the wake of Walhart's death, leaving a power vacuum. So, me being quite the Lucina fanboy, I was like, well, this theoretical game needs to have some Lucina in it. So, I was like, all right, she's gonna be recruitable, and I was like, I was like storming up ideas, and then the idea came to me to be like, okay, what if she is, um, like a late game overpowered max promote unit? Like we're just gonna make her unstoppable, and I figured it'd be fun because the idea is that she is from the timeline after after Awakening or after Awakening happens. So she is this version of Lucina is the baby that got to grow up with her mother and father and no threat of end of the world happening. So in in this timeline, she actually gets to like learn some things from her mother, who in this timeline we're just saying is Sumia, just to further pile on the Sumia propaganda.
Let's go.
Yeah. So Unity's version of Lucina is actually a mounted flying unit. So, therefore, the need for lighter armor, because I think it would be mean to your poor old Pegasus if you were lugging tons of armor. So I came up with the Unity design based on that premise, as well as the fact to like try to like add some elements of Lord back into the Great Lord outfit. So like the boots, the gloves, the way like she has those white cuffs. I really wanted to bring them back, and one of my favorite design elements, which unfortunately we don't actually get to see much in the 2022 version of this, is the fact that her chest plate calls back to her butterfly mask.
Yeah.
Sorry if that went long.
No, that's great. No, like, because I was always wondering as to what particularly Unity was, because even before this bracket, I would see it mentioned offhand here and there, and so I guess to kind of summarize it for the folks listening, Unity is something of both a community you founded as well as a nice theoretical game idea.
Yep, that's right. And it is entirely open for any new members to join, because we're not gonna actually make it, because I love this and I don't want Nintendo killing it. So we're not actually gonna do anything about it. It's just art. So you're welcome to join. Sign up, make up an OC, and just get carried away and come up with headcanons with many of the other members over on the Unity Discord.
Oh, that's great. That's wonderful. Something I like to dabble around with in terms of fan stuff and what right now is not only my persona, my Discord icon, Phantom T, this nice little middle school idea in my head that never died, but that's a story for another time, not on this podcast. But I
It
always
sounds like Phantom T is a very dapper gentleman.
yes, very much so. But however, I do not fault anyone should they go the route of the Tips Fedora Milady route, because once I realized that he has both that and a sword, oh my goodness. But anyways, something
no.
yeah, what's it with in terms of like dabbling in like art and whatnot, even though I have not created any music, I don't have the means to do so. My poor little $300 HP laptop is not strong enough to. In my head, I really do like maybe not creating original ideas for music, but I am absolutely in love with the idea of arrangements and reprisals, and how people will on YouTube will remix familiar songs into formats or their own kind of different way that makes it unique to them, and I absolutely love that. So like, on the times where my brain is no thoughts, head empty, except for whatever music idea nobody will ever hear. Oh my goodness! Like if I had the means to work on that and the time to do so, then I would absolutely maybe toss some fun ideas around for that Unity idea.
Oh man, yeah, that would be fun, because I remember wanting to see if I can one day ask someone to mash up id Purpose and Twilight of the Gods. That's one thing I've been wanting to see someone do, and not just smash them together in garage band, but try to compose something from the ground up that weaves in and out of the two songs. I was like, ooh, that'd be cool. Who can do that?
Yeah, I feel like that idea also might have applied to Fire Emblem Echoes, if anybody knows which particular map I'm talking about in the post game. But yeah, no, that sounds wonderful actually. And then now, I guess having meandered on that long enough, the next match was Swordmaster versus Ninja, in which Swordmaster also had that narrow victory by 1.4%. I guess it seems that Swordmaster just had more thigh showing than Ninja.
Yeah, I guess that thigh window wasn't enough, I suppose. At least the first time around. But man, that was the ultimate weeb battle, and I didn't even plan that.
Oh my goodness!
Okay, the two weeb Lucinas are gonna go fight each other now. Okay. I guess Ninja wasn't stealthy. He
Dang.
didn't get the jump on Swordmaster and lost.
Marth. 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 Alright. Next match was Future Witch versus Lord, in which sadly this is where the Lord design falls to Future Witch.
That's right. The Theology Inquisition has
Persists yet
made its
again.
mark.
Yeah, my goodness, they're just clearing. And then which lands them in the losers bracket between Lord, Love Abounds, and Ninja, in which Ninja won.
Yeah, just eking out. And you know what? I am proud because honestly, just the posing, the outfit, I'm just like, yeah, that deserves the win and a chance at a rematch. Because like, dang,
Yeah, absolutely.
It's too cool. It's too cool to just go out quietly.
Yeah, like now that you pointed that out, like I guess it is the only original design of these three in here, and that must be a really feels good moment.
Oh yeah, and quite validating. I was like, oh, you like my design?
Heck yeah! And now, let's see here. Oh, it is now a Unity versus Future Witch, and surprisingly, this is where the Church of Theology falls at last because Unity wins.
Honestly, I was scared for Unity in this matchup because like I was like, oh man, I don't have a vote in this because I'm hosting the vote, and then it's just like, Witch has just demolished all its competition, so I'm just like, oh no, I'm scared for Unity. But the Unity sweep lives. It lives on.
Yeah, let's
Which
go.
against like I think arguably its most threatening opponent.
Yeah, no, for real. Yeah, I'm also just super happy because you know what, this just tells us that fan service isn't everything, and when you actually have a good design, that's what really matters.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay. Validating that, like my, very conservatively dressed design is actually making it this far against some of the even though it was of my own creation, fan servicey pieces. It's like, hey, this is pretty good.
Yeah, also to touch really quickly on it, this also reminds me of sometimes from following so many of you guys as artists on Twitter, I often get to see through the window about what the newest artist drama is, and like I saw this one recently where it's like some guy was lamenting the fact that their art never does well unless they like make it really lewd or something. And then everybody was just dogpiling about like, how about you actually just draw some good art?
Oh yeah, because some people, I don't know, I think it's not a good look to be whining about stuff. It's like maybe it's not your art that's not getting attention to. Maybe it's just like you. It's like your attitude may need an adjustment because I don't know. Sometimes you're just complaining about like not getting views. There's probably a reason that is other than the art.
Yeah, like I did see like the a lot of people saying like oh, at that point you're not drawing art because you like it anymore, or that they're trying to just seek validation from it and they're not intrinsically enjoying drawing. Me like my toss in the my ring, my hat in the ring on this is that when it came to me making the Lucina Fan Club server, I did not just sit around and hope that people would magically stumble on my Discord server, I went and maybe encroached on a few server rules by DMing people with Lucina avatars, being like, "Hey, you like Lucina? So do I.
Join
Here's
my
a whole
club.
Absolutely, I'm just like, hey, it's me, Goku. I see you have a Lucina PFP. You want to join my server? Dun dun dun. Hey, open up. but what's it? And
Oh
then
man.
as I got to meet new people and find more appropriate avenues for advertising.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, gonna get done and dirty when you're like starting up.
Hmm.
I will recognize. I'll recognize the grit that got us here to this day.
But yeah, sometimes you gotta fight a little for what you want.
Yeah.
And then now, finally, this other part of the semifinals being Swordmaster versus Ninja rematch, in which case this time Ninja wins by nice 13.4%.
Yeah, I was like, okay, wow. The rematch is real, and I am proud of Ninja getting back up and taking vengeance.
Heck yeah.
Because yeah, I'm just like, okay, nice. What did people's minds change? Did I get more votes? Did I reach more voters? I don't know how this change ultimately changed differently, but I like it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And yeah, no, that's just pretty great because you know um not only did more I feel like more people were involved in the poll at this time, but to kind of give another chance at like seeing these two designs contend and finally getting going from that narrow victory Swordmaster had to that nice victory that Ninja has now. That's very fulfilling.
Yeah.
And then finally, on to the finals. Unity versus Ninja. Unity came through with a nice victory.
Hashtag Unity sweep. The Unity Discord was so happy, and I was like, you know what? I love them. I love them so much. And just like I'm still pretty validated either way this one turned out because I am honestly impressed that both finalists were ideas that were originally in my head.
Yeah, no, that's gosh. Uh, it's nice to have that confidence and just to see it like come through. That's great. I can't imagine.
It's like, I'm not a hack.
Nah, but yeah, no, that's great. Like gosh, like part of me wishes like, oh, if only the Fire Emblem modding scene was as big as Sonic's is, because then we get cool fan art designs like this made into like game mods, and I wouldn't mind this like being stuck in like Fire Emblem Warriors or something.
Yeah, yeah, you know what? That would be pretty cool because I don't know some of the Warriors, at least Warriors One promotions. I'm just like, why is it so much gold? It's tacky.
Yeah, Marth, do you want like these big ass gold plates on you?
It's just like, who did this to you? It's, but I can't fault them because there was nothing to go off of. Like, it's a shame that Legendary Marth didn't come out in time to give them ideas. It's like, yeah, just give
Yeah.
him fur. Just give him fur. It'd be good.
Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of like I feel like that's the same philosophy that Type Moon went with Saber.
Saber.
Yeah, just like oh, what's her final ascension design? Just give her a fur cape. That's it.
Yep. It's free royal drip.
Absolutely. And yeah, that's the Lucina Nige Mizuho Battle Royale. That was quite something. And just to see all, like, in my heart, I just want to say, like, all of these designs are winners. Not to kind of cheap out, like, Unity still sweeps, but
Thank you.
yeah, but no, I to be honest, I think, yeah, in 2020 is around when I started seeing your art before I had just gone out there and got to meet all you guys making wonderful art and being more active in the community. I think still at the
Yeah.
time, my only moderately renowned friend in the community was Mr. Mamo DXX, because I actually met him in during high school, my high school years.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
because I was I found his Fire Emblem Awakening Facebook video, and I found that pretty funny. I left some comments, and we just got talking, and I was just like, "Yay!" And then, from there, I got to meet more and more people, and now I'm here making my own content.
yeah. Hey, he's a very nice guy. Genuinely super kind. Honestly, best way to describe him. I think I cheat by saying this about a lot of people. He's just human teddy bear. I just want to give him a big hug.
Absolutely, just as cute and cuddly as that corn pillow he took to the beach.
The bravery. The bravery on that man.
Yeah, it's funny. I think he just mentioned that, like, he went to that beach once and then never again.
Yeah. I can see why.
I think he still has it though, which is funny. But
Yeah. Good on him. Good on him.
yeah, but no, like, again, like, been following your art for a while. I'm glad that now we're here talking, having a great time, and I look forward to many more great works, Lucina or not, in 2023.
Thank you. And it's very validating to be on here. I was like, I feel seen. So thank you.
Yeah, and then now from for more community questions, Mr. Ustink once again shows up to ask you what your favorite non Lucina artwork you've made is.
Um, I think I think I had to say the Overwatch one I did for me and my friends. This is actually technically a redraw of an much older piece. And I was like, all right, this is quite the glow up. And um, honestly, all the friends featured on it. I probably wouldn't be friends with them or as much of friends with them if it wasn't for Overwatch. So, even if Blizzard is very icky and greedy, um, I think like I place faith and trust in like the artist and the developers on there. Building the game that I grew to love thanks to my friends. So, Overwatch will always have a very special place in my heart. But Blizzard can
Definitely
go
improve.
defenestrate themselves. Anything to really just remove some of that ick, because like the corporate greed is gross. So you won't see me shill for them because they got some growth to do. But doesn't change the fact that the game, at least the game and the values held by the characters in that game, well, the morally good characters in that game, very held in a high esteem for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Overwatch as a game has a pretty special place in my heart too, and I am. It makes me happy. I get to talk with you sometimes on Twitter. Some Overwatch goodness.
I know, right? It's like, oh, hey, you play Overwatch? It's like, cool. There's someone else in this community. There's an overlap. between Fire Emblem enjoyers and Overwatch enjoyers here. Cool.
Yeah, especially now that we learned that Yusuke Kozaki himself was behind Miko Mercy, which was pretty mind blowing to me.
I was like, he did what? And now I'm like, oh my god, this outfit's actually pretty awesome now. It's a shame I don't have it because greed.
Okay, yeah, may the divine dragon Naga allow me to repent for my transgression of spending $10 for the Overwatch Battle Pass just for that skin.
Oh wait, that was a battle pass one. Okay, you know what? You know what? Battle pass is okay because that's at least a lot for $10. But the other stuff they charge for $10,
yeah, absolutely not. Yeah,
cheapskate.
and
I had forgotten that was a battle pass skin.
like it's not with me and like okay yeah, I play Fortnite. It's not like with me in Fortnite where it's like, oh, there's a Darth Vader's the end battle pass reward for this season, let me buy it like instantly. Like no, like especially with the current battle pass, like if I'll only chill out for it if I'm able to reach the tier I want in the time I'm given. Which is very much what happened with Miko Mercy, and now I have my eyes kind of are set on that Junker Queen skin at the end of this one. So.
Oh, I've got that one. It is pretty awesome, especially the amount of customization you can do on it.
Yeah, no, I've seen some people with like some pretty electric blue flame designs on them. I'm just like, whoa,
Yeah, it's like
pretty rocking.
Blue. I like if my friends know me for anything is that I really dig blue.
Blue electricity. I guess it's time for me to once again shill Azure Striker Gunvolt. Ha ha ha. Yeah, the indie games. Am I right, lads? But anyways, let's see here. And now, next question, as we're finally nearing the last handful of these, from Mifi, which is which artwork have you made that you consider that was difficult to make from start to finish?
I hate to repeat my answers, but it's got to be the Overwatch one because I was drawing that one before the release of 2, so I didn't actually have full access to the hero gallery to look up references. So like half of it is looking at what they have released to guess some aspects of the outfit.
Oh no, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what? I'd say it was a job well done given the resources I had at the time. And I got to create a love letter to my friends. It's my friends.
Yeah, that's great. Next question is: do you have an artist role model or inspiration? If so, who? And this can be multiple people.
Well, I think everyone can see the clear Yusuke Kozaki influence going on for me.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious that the man is an idol for me. But as far as like other people that inspire me, I think like the late but great Monty
yes.
Yeah, the amount of passion he had for like his own work was astounding, and I like to try to one day do some original works that people can love and appreciate to the degree that he has created.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like one thing oh, sorry, you first.
No, sorry. Like, yeah, I was just gonna say really quickly that, yeah, I myself, I'm a really big classic Ruby fan. I feel that, what's it? I was gonna say that, Monty Owen was like to draw a strange comparison, the Masahiro Sakurai of Ruby, because only he ever put so much detail and time and dedication into his work, and kind of like, debatably, like what I see online in some discussions with Kirby, is that you can very much see maybe not the dip, but the change in quality when that particular series has its creator and when its creator has left it.
Yeah. I think it's not like not to bash anyone for what they like currently, but I think there was a very distinct footprint or fingerprint that Monty left on stuff that he personally worked on. That's like very can't be replicated. It was like a very unique signature, and he'll be missed. And I hope that one day, like my original characters get like the same love and admiration that his work has. One day I could be 60, but if I attain that, cool. I still did it. That'd be the dream.
Yeah, absolutely. And with I was gonna make a quick little cheeky line that at least the difference between Kirby and Ruby is that modern Kirby is good.
Oh.
Anyways, moving on. Let's see here. Now, what is a future? What is something that you would like to work on in the future? Either be it a project, another artwork, yourself, etc.
For myself, I'd like to attain abs.
Let's go.
But that means eating less junk food. But I really like pizza, so I self-sabotage myself every year when I make a New Year's resolution. But as far as like art is concerned, I hope to one day dig up some old OCs of mine, bring them into the present day, and just really showcase that glow up.
Yeah, absolutely. I always see a lot of wholesomeness around artist Twitter when it comes to people's original designs and them maybe being appreciated either more or just as long as one person likes it, then that makes all the difference.
Yeah, I have some ideas cooking in my head, and it's kind of funny because I think one of the changes I want to make is so funny because the character was back in that era when everyone just gave their OCs Converse if they were doing like a present day ish design.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's so funny because I'm gonna bring him back. I'm gonna bring him back to today, and I'm just like I'm gonna give him Jordans. It's so funny that in my head I'm just like what real growth is graduating from Converses to Jordans when giving your OC shoes. What is it? The one thing my Hooters Lucina has, the others don't, is Jordans. White Jordans. I was like, she got that on the others, man. It's like, that's it. I was like, I don't know why I put so much time into these shoes, but I did.
Yeah,
So
I could have sworn that you put Lucina in some Converse for Jordans.
yeah, I was like, you know what? I have the time. This would be like the one thing to try being unique. But yeah, that's like an example of something I wanted to like do to an older character just to really update them on like my personal fashion sensibilities in the present day. Granted, I'm currently too broke to actually dress like that, so I will live vicariously through my OCs by dressing them in nice flashy outfits.
Yeah, I get you. The ability to responsibly spend money is a kind of in a funny place for me at the moment because Fire Emblem Engage, as of this recording, releases in 2 days.
Ooh, my condolences for your wallet.
Yeah, all sacrifices are worthy of in the name of Lucina.
Yeah, Yeah, I have to get engaged one day. I am probably not going to get it day one just because I currently do not have the time.
Yeah, I
Because
feel that.
I am knee deep in Patreon stuff, especially considering the fact that the holidays made me too busy to complete December's. So I am doing double duty this month by doing December's and January's, and hopefully I can get that done. And then maybe when I have time, I'll go get engaged because I have to. Lucina's in it. I have to get it.
Yes, absolutely. And to use one of my favorite Anna lines for you, best of luck. And now, next question is, who is your favorite non-Fire Emblem character?
That depends on series, really. I have a bunch, but like for example, if you ask me who my favorite Star Wars character is, that's Anakin freaking Skywalker.
Let's go.
Yeah, if you ask me about Genshin, I'm gonna be like,
Mhm.
can I say Eula and Alhaitham? They're both very
Mm.
pretty, and very hot. I like to
Oh,
hold their hand.
forgive me. I probably shouldn't make it known that I completely skipped through all his content in the story.
I still need to go through it, and it's like he's a pretty man.
Mm.
I just got him today.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
it took all my primos, but I got him.
I got Raiden Shogun last year, and all I wanted was a C1 or C2 Raiden this year. But no, the game was like, did you mean to say you wanted a C5 Rosaria?
Oof.
It's okay. I like Rosaria too.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
um, um, is the same case for your favorite non-Fire Emblem waifu?
Yeah, let's put Eula up there as my favorite non-Fire Emblem waifu, but still in that same category of blue-haired sword-wielding woman.
Yeah, I was
If you
gonna
ask
say
me about
that seems to be.
Kingdom Hearts,
Oh,
yeah. If you ask me about Kingdom Hearts, it's Aqua. It's like, hey
mhm.
guys, there's a trend here.
Yeah, that seems to be the common trend between a lot of Lucina lovers I know.
It's like, yeah, blue hair, sword, let's go.
Let's see here. Next question is from GT Alpha, being what is your favorite and least favorite Fire Emblem?
Uh, Favorite is definitely Fire Emblem Awakening. No need to say why. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
obvious. We're both here why. Least favorite, I will just say, just to spite the elitists that are very gatekeepy, I will say Genealogy of the Holy War. Because for some reason, like, I actually don't hate it. I would love to play it sometime. But like sometimes the fans of that game are a little too elitist and very gatekeepy. That's just like, all right, I have to say your game's my least favorite because of you guys, not the game, just those guys.
Yeah, I kind of understand where you're coming from because especially with what's it having known a certain genealogy fan, but what's it a I don't want to rag on the game myself too much, especially because I haven't played it either. But some of its story themes are a little suspicious.
Yeah, but Europe back then was very weird, very sus. So I think they were just being, if anything, genealogy might ironically be the most realistic. For thinking of like
Yeah,
those
historically.
sus themes.
But like, and then I always see those same fans like clamor and cry every year for like, please let us get Fire Emblem Echoes Genealogy of the Holy War. I'm like, no, like, because I swear I have to believe that genealogy in its story, from what I know of it, would not survive the modern day. Or at the very least, it would not get away with Nintendo's preferred like E plus or 10 or teen ratings.
Yeah. You guys could probably make a Game of Thrones esque show. You just have to rebrand it. Change character names or something. They can maybe do that and be like, if you want genealogy, go do that. But because honestly, if you ask me, the game I would like to see echoed would be Sacred Stones.
Yeah, that was funny. That's actually pretty funny because in terms of favorite and least favorite FEs, like I've said in previous episodes that my favorite is actually New Mystery of the Emblem because I just
Ooh.
absolutely love that game's aesthetic, its soundtrack. Like instead of like just completely like 180ing Shadow Dragons kind of divisive art direction, it just kind of improves on it and it has given us some of the best artwork in the series, especially from the same artist doing art for the characters in Marth and Fire Emblem Cypher and in Heroes. Um, like that soundtrack freaking slaps. I love the gameplay and everything. But my least favorite, at least out of the ones that I have played, is actually Sacred Stones. Not because of any faults it may have or whatever. It's just like, again, out of the ones I played, it just feels the most archaic to me. You can't access the convoy. You can't do a lot of things that you can do in modern Fire Emblem, and returning to it kind of always prompts me to make it Seth Simulator rather than actually like play through it proper.
Yeah. Yeah. I like to see Sacred Stones getting Echoes touch up, and I think like the one thing I'd really like for it to do is to make it so that the Ephraim and Erica routes are two halves of the same whole.
Oh yeah,
So
that's true.
borrow from Shadows of Valentia and like make it not like it's just like alternate timelines, like Schrodinger's twins, like actually make them like one cohesive story. Because you know how like there's differences in the routes, and if you try to mash them together, they don't work.
Mm,
So I think it'd be cool if like among the other things it like it gets touched up to have one singular story. Like that's one thing I've been clamoring for with all the like these multi-route fire emblems. I'm just like, hey, can we like chill on that? Can I have you can have your multiple routes, but can I have it where they're pieces of a whole? That'd be really cool if they ever revisit routes again after Engage.
yeah, like I love having the ability to just switch back and forth between Alm and Celica and Echoes. Rather than have them be entirely different campaigns, especially when you consider that in terms of story, again, you would have like the beginning of Alm and Celica's story take place together. So, like in Three Houses, where you have to replay the first act of the game over and over and over each time you want to go through.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I don't think I would like Echoes as much as if I
yeah,
had to start a completely new game from the beginning
yeah.
if I want to play
I
some.
have actually not replayed Three Houses after finishing Crimson Flower. I almost did. I got through the pre time skip with the blue lines, and then I was bored. I
Yeah,
was bored because like I did all that again for one new cutscene. Thank you. And then it was so funny because I'm like definitely a Black Eagle at heart because Edelgard was giving her villain speech, and I was just like, "Can I go join her team? I want to go back."
yeah, no, like it's okay. You played the only route worth playing.
Oh, oh man, we got an army of people coming for us now. There's two other armies coming for us.
here's the funny thing. If people get mad at me for that, then I'll at least know that they've watched the podcast this far.
Yeah, that's right. Got him.
Got him. Thank you for your support, though. Honestly.
Yes. Thank you for your support. Yes, thank you.
What's it? But that's always like, just to kind of linger on that a little more. That has baffled me so much, considering that in Fire Emblem Fates, a game with 3 routes had an option for you to start at the split.
I know. That was like, wow, they thought ahead on that part. What was Three Houses' reason?
Yeah, and like any counter argument I can think of, like, as to why that can't be, like, oh, you gotta bring up your units from, like, Rinka and Kaze, I think, is who you get in the beginning. It's like, you gotta build them up again, and
Yeah, but make that a benefit for replaying it fully, right?
yeah,
Because
exactly.
like you could have like default stats and classes for your students at the time skip, and then
Or
like, oh, it's like, oh, you don't like those stats? You think you can do better? Go play the school portion again.
like
Right? Like that would
preset
be a
stats.
benefit to replaying it in full.
Yeah, preset stats with like, versus, like, again, like you said, just like training them by yourself and doing better. Like, that would be a great, like, up and down to that, and just make it a little more worth your time to go back if you really care that much. Especially for harder difficulty runs, because maybe you gotta, like, for your lunatic maddening runs or whatever. Then you can, like,
Yeah.
capture units from the very beginning rather than being very foolish in it. Start out with some preset stats that just don't cut it or something. But
That's right. Yeah, because to take another game for example, Mass Effect, you could actually play from 3, but then you don't get the benefit of having played through the others. Because then, if you play 3 as is without importing save data, it would have something like, they would have default choices. You won't really have as many resources if you had played through the whole trilogy as a whole. So like, I like that. That's probably one thing like Three Houses could have done to make it replayable. Because let's be honest, I don't want to go back to Three Houses just because of how much of a slog it is to get through another route. That's like, honestly, yeah, they could have gotten away with having defaulted stats and like support levels that you know you would definitely perform better if you replayed the game in full, but it would be an easier experience for just more casual play to have like a skip to the split.
yeah, yeah, like, to touch on that just for a little more, is that something I really liked in Fire Emblem, aside from amiibo compatibility, which I believe has sadly diminished up until Engage, which brings things back up, thankfully. Like, Fates gave us whole playable characters, while
Yeah.
in Echoes, all you get
Oh.
is like one turn JoJo stands. And then,
Yeah, like
yeah, it's like if it was for at least the entire battle, that'd make it a little more worth it. But, like, one turn, come on.
yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I need to get my hands on a Lucina amiibo one day. If I'm gonna get engaged, I need to get my hands on a Lucina amiibo because yeah, I hope that maybe late game you can do something to have Alir have full blue hair. So do the Lucina fit with a blue hair Alir? I'm like, let's go.
Playable Lucina.
Yeah, and then just double the Lucina because then equip the Lucina stand.
Twice the Lucina, double the goodness.
Yeah.
What's it? But like, my absolute, like, new, like, favorite thing in some recent games is again like you said, importing save data or like being recognized for your save data and having supported a game, similar to like demos, like getting to transfer your save data from a demo of a game. Something I really love is that in Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, it's not a big, like, it's not a great reward in the grand scheme of things, but I do love the little appreciation from the developers that's like saying, it's like, oh, you see this message because like, thank you for playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Now that you because you purchased both Xenoblade 2, or you at least played it, and now you're supporting us further by playing Definitive Edition. Here's some extra in-game gold that you can have a head start with, and I'm like, wow, that's actually really good.
Yeah.
And now to, oh no, lost track. Okay, there we go. To kind of near the end of our questions, GT Alpha once again asks, who is your preferred Lucina voice, Laura Bailey or Alexis Tipton?
Ooh. Overall, I have to give it to Laura Bailey. I think just for Laura, her voice kind of gives more credence to like more stuff with the stuff that requires more gravitas.
Yeah, absolutely.
Laura has an edge over Alexis when it comes to gravitas, just because I think like her voice is like it hits a deeper register, like a smoother tone. But I will say Alexis beats out Laura when it comes to being comedic.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I like just to say like Laura edges out more, and I think it's unfortunate how things fell out with Nintendo that
Yeah.
that Laura doesn't have opportunities to perhaps showcase her comedic chops with the was it the dragon pointy destructor
Pointy, yeah, the pointy demon spanker, as she calls it.
Yeah, the pointy demon stick. Yeah,
Lucina, you can't call bullshit.
It's unfortunate how it's unfortunate how Nintendo played things out with union actors. Support union actors. But I will not share. I will not throw any hate Alexis's way. She still does a phenomenal job, especially considering like how close she sounds to what's already existing. So hats off to her. But I will give the edge to Laura Bailey.
Absolutely, like my in terms of in the world of Fire Emblem, gosh,
Fire Emblem.
Yeah, my high school and college Japanese learning is starting to come in and turn my English to English, but what's it? Yeah, in terms of Fire Emblem crit lines, my one true love will always be that sweet spot that Laura Bailey hits with that I challenge my fate.
I say when it ends.
Yeah, or like hope will never die. Just like that, the way she says never is just like, oh yes, please.
Yeah. And then it's technically Smash. I just like saying "come at me," just like, come at me.
Yeah, or just the very plain, I will not lose.
Yeah.
Or just like just kind of like calling in that spirit of Kaine from Nier, just with that disgusted tone she adopts with you're supposed to be the hero king. This is the radiant, like, you're supposed to be the radiant hero. Or like, yeah, it's like, you're the hero king. Just like her being totally let down if she beats Martha Ike.
Damn, I think I missed that one. Damn.
Yeah, she has unique lines for if you defeat Martha Reich, and then if you beat Robin as Lucina, she says how are you going to protect Crom if you can't even protect yourself?
That one I'm quite familiar with.
Yeah.
It's like man, she's savage.
And then next one is from Mifi again, saying, "What is the one thing you really love about Lucina, like no other character?"
I think I have to say that her drive to do what she does, all for the greater good, is pretty inspiring and it's pretty awesome. And not to not to discredit Edelgard. I support women's rights. I also support women's wrongs. uh, uh, like, um, like for example, Edelgard, she's also just as driven, but I find that her drive is ultimately ambitious. I do like that. Yeah, what Lucina has is that she's very driven to do what she has to do. She acknowledges the duty that is thrust upon her, and she does not shy away from it, and accepts the challenge willingly.
Yeah. The thing about Edelgard, from my understanding, pulling out my English major card, is that I believe that Edelgard is ultimately blinded by her ambition to the point where she wants to achieve her goals at any cost. While Lucina,
Yes.
the difference, what makes her different from Edelgard in that respect is that Lucina remembers or truly understands what it is she's fighting for. And because the whole theme about Lucina's character is hope for the future, Lucina doesn't want to defeat Grima and then take that opportunity to remake the world to her ideals. She wants to defeat Grima so that you know people have a chance at a future again to make the world a better
Yeah.
place. Yeah.
Yeah. So that she fights for the future to make sure that there is a future to be chosen. I still love Edelgard. I will support her all the way. But I do recognize the fact that she has a very Machiavellian approach to
Yeah.
obtaining her goals. She's like she's cutthroat. She's cutthroat. I respect it. Support women's wrongs.
Yeah.
But I do like a good old fashioned just uh good old fashioned good character like for the greater good. Uh, you know, Captain America shit all the way.
Yeah, and because you haven't really played through the other routes, one thing I will tell you about Edelgard and her differences in the other stories is that it's pretty much implied that what you see of Edelgard in Crimson Flower is the lightest of what she does in the game because
Yeah,
she has
I've heard about like her exploits in the others, and I think yeah, the difference with Crimson Flower is that Edelgard has a support system that she doesn't have in the other routes that helps her like stay grounded and a little more open minded to her
yeah,
actions.
especially when it comes to the professor Byleth, and because let's just say her loving the professor dearly is something of an understatement, but
Yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah,
but yeah, and just without that guidance there for her, that she ultimately strays much further from the path.
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
And now, just to take a little break from these straightforward and on-topic questions, a very important one that Mifi did ask is pancakes or waffles?
Waffles.
Oh
My answer.
no!
My answer would be waffles. Waffles have that crunchy crispiness to them that pancakes cannot replicate. That said, if you get Eggo, um, no, maybe I'd sway towards pancakes because you can actually make them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry that went real ASMR here. I just wanted to change it up a bit.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, no. Uh, I guess if you're going for crispiness, waffles is definitely the way to go about it. I like
Yeah.
my soft and fluffy and covered in syrup pancakes. So that
Yeah. Like when it comes to resources I have at home, I will pick pancakes. But if I'm somewhere and there's a legit waffle maker, I am picking waffles because now it's like, all right, the game has changed. This shit is like real. It's not microwave and then toasted in a toaster. It's real. Real crispy, real batter. Let's go for it. So, does that help? Does that satisfy?
yeah, all right. And then from Atma909, who I understand is with us here in the audience. Hello there. Um,
Hello there.
what is your favorite Yusuke Kozaki Lucina art piece?
Oh, so this one I had to do some soul searching on because I had to think about it, and I think I had to say uh the double cipher card he did. Both featuring Great Lord Lucinos. I think I'll like post it here in the chat because it's super shiny and I just love it.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I know that piece. I actually have avidly played Cypher, which if you listened to, I believe it was the last episode that pretty much the predecessor to the Lucina Fan Club server was now I didn't make it, but basically what inspired me to create my own community is the Fire Emblem Cypher server. So I played a lot, and I remember exactly when these cards released, and that particular piece right there was a playmat that you could buy and get and play your
Oh,
game. Yeah.
ooh, I wish I had that.
Unfortunately, some of the more grander merchandise for Fire Emblem Cipher is now in the lower echelons of eBay hell.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, but no, yeah, that's a pretty good one. I do love those designs. It reminds me of fun times with Lucina Dex and Cipher, and yeah, good choice, good choice. And now for the final question, um, which is from me, and it is you recently made a commissioned work of Lucina with a lightsaber. I must now ask what your favorite Star Wars film is and why.
Well, seeing as my favorite character is Anakin Skywalker, and the movie where he shines the best and worst is Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Let's go.
I will have to say with a heavy hand, just like if I could slam a button saying which one's my favorite, I'm lighting up the sky Episode 3.
Revenge of the Sith, sweet. Gosh.
Overall, Revenge of the Sith is my favorite. And then my favorite for prequels is Episode 5 because it's technically Anakin's movie again.
You mean original trilogy?
Yeah. And we'll recognize the prequel trilogy. I actually do like The Force Awakens because of the untapped potential
Yeah,
that
the
all the
sequels.
cast have. Like everyone has. Like, Finn actually is a character in that one. Finn and Poe get to be boyfriends. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care how many movies Disney had to make, how many love interests they had to like give Finn to be like, he's not gay. He's not gay, China. Like, no, man. They're boyfriends in that movie. And I love it.
Telling me China acknowledged Finn existed?
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Oh, China sucks.
What's it?
When I say China sucks, the government sucks. And I'm Canadian, so you can't do anything about it.
What's it? Blizzard, please don't deactivate our Overwatch accounts.
No.
Um,
I'm gonna reach out to them, please.
what's it? Yeah, no, I do have to say that Force Awakens is my favorite of the sequels because I guess it's fair to say that everything is downhill from there. But anyways, yeah, no, Revenge of the Sith is not only my favorite Star Wars film. I honestly firmly believe that even after the second Sonic movie released, Revenge of the Sith is still probably my favorite movie of all time.
Oh, ooh,
Just
damn.
because I have so many fond memories, not even of just the film, because that's actually my earliest movie theater memory is going with my mom to the
Wow.
theater to
Yeah.
see Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, and
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it holds a very special place in my heart. Um, I I think yeah, it would definitely rank really high. I don't know if I could say which one's my overall favorite movie right now because at this point, Revenge of the Sith is my favorite movie at a point in my life. Like every stage of my life, I would say there's a favorite movie I have, and it's like my childhood definitely Revenge of the Sith takes the cake.
yeah.
The burnt robotic limbed cake.
Yeah, like what's it? Some just fond memories surrounding Revenge of the Sith for me are like the original Star Wars Battlefront 2, which I still play sometimes to this day with my baby
Oh
brother.
yeah, I played the heck out of the co-released game for episode 3. I played that so much.
Same. Oh my
I
gosh.
That game was the best. It's
I
like I would pay good money if they could take like you know like essentially you know how like Lego Star Wars recently did like a Skywalker Saga game. I want a Skywalker Saga game, but the gameplay is the episode 3 game.
oh my gosh, yes. I recent like not too long ago before my local video game store died because of COVID. I bought the Revenge of the Sith video game again, and I played it again, and gosh, I almost forgot about the fighting game 2 player mode that absolutely
Oh
rocks.
yeah,
And
no, this is being that good for like a movie game, but the game was like, no, I'm gonna be good. Go play me.
yeah, and then the sick as hell alternate ending that you can get.
Oh my god. Yeah.
And then now I will impart to you my favorite Revenge of the Sith fact is that did you know that the first time people got to experience the story of Revenge of the Sith was not even the film itself?
Oh.
Yeah, people first got to experience the story of Revenge of the Sith through Lego Star Wars, the video game, because that game actually released 2 months prior to the film.
Oh my god, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
and so the game is also very visibly built on an early version. The game is built on an early version of the film because we have some levels in that game that are inspired by deleted scenes, which is the escape with Palpatine aboard the Invisible Hand, Grievous's ship, as well as when you're with Yoda and Obi-Wan to go through the Jedi Temple, having to get past all the clones disguised in Jedi robes.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's funny that way. So, yeah, and with that, that brings us to the end of the podcast. Um,
All right.
yeah, thank you so much for being on here. Thank you for being a wonderful part of this community of the server. Uh, just all the cool stuff you make for fun and for your Patreon every day. I need to get on it, even if it's just the cookie tier, which you guys at home can join right now for $1 for pics of his adorable dog Cookie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Every little bit helps. And yeah, thank you for having me, and especially on this podcast and in the community.
Yeah, no problem. We where can we find you online?
Well, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, and Coffee.
Yes. And I believe your tag on Twitter is a snippy Asian guy.
That's correct.
Sweet. I believe every word in there is all one word, and it is capitalized for SANG. So and then you guys can follow the Lucina Fan Club on Twitter at Lucina Fan Club, and as well for the first time in this podcast, I will advertise the Patreon, which you can join at $1 and $5 tiers, just as an additional kind of tip jar kind of thing. I probably should just open a Ko-fi. And yeah, any bit of support helps. Thank you very much. I want to make this bigger and better in the future, and can't do it without you guys. And then we are also on YouTube, which you're probably listening to this now at the Lucina Fan Club. And of course, you can join our wonderful Discord server where you can see these guys' art and much more at discord.gg/Lucina. Thank you so much, everybody, and especially for you guys joining us tonight live. Thank you so much. You guys all have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.